Yes, absolutely. There's a strong relationship between philosophy and politics. My view is actually that most of politics is a practical application of philosophy. Now, it's an enormously complicated set of areas, but suppose you say, for example, with respect to knowledge, do we really know things, and who knows? Well, one connection is to democracies. You might believe, as a philosophical belief, that everybody has their own brain and their own mind, and so the capacities for thinking about important matters, including political matters, are something that everybody should be engaged in. And if you believe that, then that is going to be support politically for a kind of democracy. But on the other hand, suppose you believe that most people are stupid, most people are ignorant, that only a few special people have intelligence to be able to think about important matters, then politically your application of that is going to be a kind of aristocracy. So what you believe about knowledge and the power of human cognition, which is a philosophical issue, has a direct connection to politics. If you also think about human social relationships, suppose you believe that every individual should be pursuing happiness and should have the freedom to pursue happiness in life, then that is going to have political value or implications, because then you're going to say, well, we should set up politics so that ethically people are free to pursue their conception of the happy life and so forth. But by contrast, suppose you have a different view about what's important ethically. Suppose you think that life is about conflict, it's about strong people versus weak people, and that human beings are predators and some human beings are more naturally like prey, then you don't believe that everybody should be pursuing happiness and that freedom is very important. Instead, you will then say, well, politics should be a matter of the strong grabbing as much power as they can and using the political process to advance their own interests at the expense of the weaker people. But then by contrast, suppose you think that no, ethically, life is not about happiness and the freedom to pursue your dreams, and you don't think that human beings are predator and prey. Suppose instead you believe that human beings should be servants of other people, servants of society, that they should not be concerned about their own happiness, that they should be willing to sacrifice for the good of other people. If that's what you believe ethically is the important values in life, then when you turn to politics, then what you will say is something like, well, the government then, which has a lot of power, it should use its power to make sure that everybody is serving society, and whether the government is making people happy or respecting their freedoms, that's not going to be very important to you, because you will say, no, people should be doing their duty and sacrificing for the good of society. So in many cases, your political views are an application of your philosophy.